Yes, children, back with another interesting topic, the grammar topic. Really very interesting, not to solve grammar, to deal with grammar. Yes, because it helps, somewhere you have to think, struggle, do, and finally you understand some new topic. Here today in your second, in your second lesson, the grammar part, what we have is a subject verb agreement, the subject. So here what do we understand from the topic, subject verb agreement. Before I go the explanation for the topic, children, I would tell you how it is really very important topic in your higher classes to write a correct sentence formation. When you normally write any kind of essay, paragraph, why in your when you are writing answers, normally teacher circles this part is wrong, that part is wrong, where here takes, why here take. So how to understand actually what is wrong in that part of the sentence. So let's see, before that what we are going to understand in this subject verb agreement. So here what is first we must, when you understand subject verb agreement, what is a subject? In our previous class we have discussed subject and predicate from the sentence part. So here for a brief introduction for you, or you can say brief explanation, where subject means the doer of the action. Whoever is bearing the action, you can say doing the action, it becomes here, not bearing but doing the action becomes the subject. So here subject is the doer of the action. Yes children, doer. Okay, then verb is nothing but who shows the action here, the action part, who makes the action. Then the object is who receives the action, upon whom the action is received. So receive the action. Yes children. Okay, so here whoever in the object is receiving. So these are the three parts in a sentences: subject, verb, object. What the sentence structure, we make it subject, verb and object. So subject is doer of the action, verb means action part, what's going on, and object is who received the action. So when it comes to subject verb agreement, so here the subject, the doer of the action, must have an agreement with the verb, with the action. So what is actually the definition? The subject of the sentence and the verb of the sentence must be in agreement in number. Understand, the subject of the sentence, the same sentence, if you have a sentence, subject of that sentence and the verb of that sentence must agree in number. In what way? They must agree, For example, I am saying in what way? In number means if the subject is singular, then the verb must be singular. If the subject is plural, then the verb must be plural. That's what we call agreement. Understand? For example, if I take here, see, the dog is playing with his ball. Okay. Here the dog, what it is? Your subject. Yes children, and is here verb, is playing. So here the dog is singular, is singular. Okay, understand children? So the dog is, the subject is agreeing, the subject dog, singular, noun, you understand now? So here the dog is singular and here is means singular. So here this is what you call the agreement. The subject agrees with the verb in that way. That means whatever the number of the subject must agree with the number of the verb. Did you get it children now? This is really very important for your higher class, Nana. If you must understand it, not only your basic English structure, sentence formation, you must know what is subject verb agreement, children. So here when I say subject must agree with the verb in number, that means whatever the subject is singular, even the verb must be singular. The same sentence, if I say those dogs are playing with their balls. See, here if you say dogs, dogs is the plural subject, plural noun, yes. So how the combination are also plural verb. So is plural is are, dog plural is dog. See how it is agreeing with the verb. Do you understand? So I hope it is clear with you. Let's see with a few more examples. If I write she writes neatly. She writes neatly. Children, here two kinds of sentences I wrote. Okay, so let's see. See here. She is the, here she is the subject. Writes, verb. So, do you agree both the sentences are correct? Find out. Please say me which one is, you have to find out. You are not in front of me, but still I await for your answer here, children. Tell me which one. So, yes, you are all intelligent, you are all my children. You must know which one is right and which one is wrong. And if you are not in front of me, I would have asked you why. So, is this right? Yes, I hope this is right. No, yes, see, singular subject as per my word, singular subject, singular verb. Yes, if you see singular, she means you understand, no anybody, she means singular. Okay, here the verb you see, I am adding s, right? Is it singular or plural, children? Find out, tell me. I really wanted your expression now. I just wanted to find out really how much I have taught you, I mean it is there in your brain or not. I just wanted to know. So yes, I hope this is right. Yes, no children, yes. Actually this is wrong and this is the right one. Why? How come teacher forgot English here? How? Writes. I am adding s and I am saying it's a plural, singular verb. Is it possible? Yes. So there is a small twist, children, or you can say the trick, actually the third person. So in English there are how many persons? 3 persons. First person, second person, third person. There in English language there are 3 persons upon what our total English language dependent on the 3 persons. The first person and normally it is divided into singular and also plural, children. Singular, the s represents singular, p represents plural. Okay. So here under the first person, singular, I. What is the plural? It is we. That is first person. Okay. What is the first person? I. And that plural is we. That means I and we comes under which person? First person. Second person, you. That means whom you see in front of you. Okay, the plural is also counted as you only, children. We write as you. That is the second person. First person, opposite second person. The third person, whoever surrounded by you. So how they come under? Let's say the singular is he, she and it. He for male, she for female, it for things. Okay. The plural is they. How this is related to this I will explain, but this is very important. Even in your tenses you are going to. So just remember how it is related, I will explain you. To know this one you must understand. So English there are 3 persons. First person, second person, third person. First person singular I, plural we. Second person singular you, plural also you. When we write you all use, normally we say or we write. The third person singular he, she, it. The plural is they. Okay, we will continue this in our next video, children.